Hello and welcome to Let's Eat Patrician III, the series where I will be playing Patrician III, which in my opinion is one of the best games out there, which gets far too little attention. I'm your host, Jörn from Calvados Gaming, and we are on the campaign selection screen of Patrician III. We will be playing The Advancement, which is a very simple game mode where your goal is to get a very rich and influential trader. So let's start. We start in the town of Lübeck, and the year is 1300. Lübeck is a northern German town, and I will start by explaining my goal with this series. So my goal is to teach you how to play this game so that you can hopefully follow this series even though you've never seen this before. Also, I will be cooking food from you from this time period and hopefully also teach you one or two recipes. So to determine what food I will cook for you, I first need to tell you the first lesson in this game, which hopefully also will be the most useless lesson for you in this series. So there are several buildings in the town of Lübeck, and one of them is the town hall, which in itself is a quite useless building, and it has some useless features, but the most useless of them is the town hall cellar. The only thing that this does is to display what food they will be serving today. And today they serve poultry in Calvados in a coat of fine pancake pastry, served with cranberry sauce. I hope you look forward to it. I will be preparing it in the end of the video, so yeah. But first we will play some Patrician III. So this is a trading simulator, and the goal of this game is to become a rich and powerful merchant. As you probably have guessed already, this isn't my town. I'm merely a citizen in this town, which is quite wealthy, but we're not mayor or something, but we can be later. So first we need to understand the basics of trading, which is to buy something cheap and sell something at a higher price. Lübeck is a great producer of iron goods, so we will focus on buying some iron goods and sell it at a higher price in another city. So here we have the iron goods. I will buy some. So as you see, the price goes up each time I buy one iron good, which is because the supply goes down, so the price goes up. And it's worth to buy iron goods till it costs around 350. Yeah, that's I guess something you learn after you play this game. I have made a table of prices for all the goods, which I will be posting in the description. Also, Lübeck has some cheap wine, which I can't explain since Lübeck doesn't really produce wine, but Lübeck seems always to have cheap wine. So we buy some of that as well. So now we're going to leave the city to sell our goods in another city that will pay more for it than Lübeck will. And to leave the city we press the leave town symbol. So we will go to Rostock, since Rostock is very close and often needs both iron goods and wine. To go to Rostock we need to first mark our ship by left clicking on it and then right click on Rostock. Now I have put it in the order which it's indicated by this line, but this will take literally years. So we will press the fast forward button, which is up here, this calendar symbol. So, and now to enter Rostock we need to left click on Rostock. And as in Lübeck we sell the goods by right clicking on the trading crane. We can see that iron goods has or that Rostock has no iron goods at all, so we can sell at the price of 559, which is really good since we paid only 300 in Lübeck. And you see that the price goes down, so I should probably not do this long, but yeah, it's still a good price and we make good profit from it. And now you have to be a little bit opportunistic. We have to see which goods are cheap and which are worth it to buy. So I happen to know that leather is worth it until around 300. Meat is always good when it's around 1000. And I think that is it actually for this town. So we're going to go back to Lübeck again to dump off our new stuff and probably buy some new iron goods. We're back in Lübeck and we need to sell our goods that we bought in Rostock. We can sell it here at the trading window, which actually would give us quite a big profit since Lübeck has no leather or meat. But there's a better way of doing it since Lübeck is in our hometown. So we can click on our trading office, which is this building here, and we can employ an administrator. The administrator will be able to sell and buy goods while we're away, so the administrator can wait for the prices to go up. So we want to sell leather for at least 400, and we want to sell iron goods for at least 1,500. So this way we will always have a good price when we're trading iron goods. I mean leather and meat. But we need to load off our goods into our trading office, and we do this by going into the trading menu and then changing to ship to office. And we just load this off. We can also tell our administrator to buy iron goods. That way he will always buy the iron goods that are cheap, and therefore we can save money. We will also buy wine, since Lübeck also has wine for some magical reason. But now I need to talk to you about supplying your hometown with what it needs. So all cities need 3 or 4 different goods, which are beer, fish, grain and timber. Lübeck already produces 3 of them. The only one it doesn't produce is beer. So we need to steadily give Lübeck a supply of beer. And that's what we're going to do now. So to buy beer we need to go to cities that produce beer, of course, and those cities often need iron goods and probably wine as well. So we can buy some iron goods, and we buy some wine as well, and then we leave. So the cities that produce beer really well are Stettin and Gdansk, and we're going to Stettin first since it's the closest city. Oh, so we can see that Stettin sells beer at a really good price. 34 is really good. We will try to buy as much as possible for us. And there's not really a lot of profit to make when it comes to beer. So you can't really buy too much of it unless you go like above 60 when you buy. We can also sell some iron goods, but we don't need to sell everything of it, since we also are going to Gdansk, and they probably also want some iron goods. And now we should be opportunistic again and look after some good goods. So leather, for example, and I think that's it. So we continue to Gdansk. They also need some iron goods, and their beer wasn't that cheap actually. They do need wine. Wool is quite worth it to buy also, as long as it is below 1,100. Leather is quite price-worthy. They have cheap meat. Cloth is okay, under 300. So let's go back to Lübeck. We need to dump our junk now that we bought from Stettin and Gdansk into the trading office, and then we need to set up cloth, beer and wool to sell it while we're away. The price for beer is a little bit iffy when we sell it here in Lübeck, since we mostly try to make... We're not trying to make money from it, we mostly try to increase our rank, but we sell it at a quite high price for beer, since in the beginning we do need that money quite a lot. And we sell wool as well for 1,500. It's a good price. Okay. Now I need to explain to you the business of iron goods. Iron goods is our main money maker, and we always need a steady supply of iron goods. But to ensure that, we need to deliver Lübeck with pig iron, which is used to make iron goods. Also timber, but Lübeck produces timber itself. So we need to go to cities that actually produce pig iron, and before that we will buy some iron goods to sell at those cities. And also some wine. Again, you always need to be opportunistic and find trades everywhere. Even though you do something, you always need to do some small things at the side. So the cities that produce pig iron really well are Malmö, Oslo and Aalborg. So we will go in kind of a circle and first start by Malmö. Also we can see here most of the cities have this symbol of a good, and this means that they are out of this kind of good. So Malmö actually needs iron goods right now, but it will take us some time to go to Malmö, so maybe another trader will have already sold iron goods to Malmö. We'll see. Nope, they still need iron goods. So we can actually sell a lot of this. And let's see if they have... Oh yeah, they have some really cheap pig iron. Pig iron normally costs above 1,000, and below 1,000 is a really good price. So this is really good. Also they do need wine, which is good for us. We can check if they have some other stuff that is good. The cloth is really good here. Oh, and actually our supply is full. I can tell you how our cargo space works. This up here is our cargo space, and we have room for 150 barrels. But as you see, we only have 30 barrels in our cargo. This is because these packs take up 10 barrel space. These are 120 barrels plus 30 makes 150. So I guess we have to return to Lübeck and we have to dump off our iron goods. No, I mean the pig iron. Or I will go to Oslo and Aalborg as well. So we buy some iron goods for these other cities as well, and some wine. Oh, I just realized we didn't actually buy iron goods or wine from the town, because we said that we wanted to have 0 in stock. We need to increase that number. So we want them to buy as many iron goods as possible. So let's head for Aalborg then. Oh, they really need iron goods, which is awesome for us, and they only had 1 wine, so we can sell all this here as well. Pig iron, it's okay. Meat is quite cheap here. But again, this is a pack, so it will take a lot of space. Even though they do cost a lot of money and we can sell them for 1,500, in the end you won't make a lot of money of these because they are so big. Or they take up so much space. So we can buy some leather, yeah, and we continue on to Oslo. Oh, and they need leather, which is good for us. And they also need iron goods. Let's see. They don't sell pig iron at a good price here, so we'll try to find other opportunities. So this cloth is really cheap. And this wine is quite cheap as well. So let's go back to Lübeck. Or we can go to Malmö first, since it's kind of on the way. Yeah, we can buy some leather. They also have some cheap pig iron. Oh, and some really cheap meat and cloth. So we're full, so let's head back to Lübeck. So we load off this stuff that we bought into the city. And it's time to think about producing some goods ourselves. We could continue to just buy and sell, but it is more effective to produce some goods ourselves. And as I said previously, Lübeck produces iron goods, which means that we also can produce iron goods in Lübeck. And to do that, we need a workshop, and we can find it in the construction menu under finishing. Here's the workshop. We can see here the total cost of this, and we actually don't have any money at all, so we can't afford this. Also, we need some building resources, and it works like this, that it prioritizes the goods that we have stored in our office and our ships, and right now we have stored some iron goods, so the city will take this iron goods instead of buying it from the city. But timber and bricks we have none of. We will automatically buy the timber and bricks from the city. But the problem is that the city actually does not have 50 bricks right now, so we won't be able to build it since there's a lack of resources. Also, it's not good to buy all the resources from one place, because the last bricks will be really expensive, since they are the last bricks that are left from Lübeck. Okay, so we have 2 problems to fix. We need to get some bricks and we need to get some more money. So we will go on a trade mission. We will of course load in all our iron goods and some of our wine. We take everything. And I think we bring 1 meat and some cloth as well. And some leather. And then we will go to Rostock since it's close and they also do produce bricks. So we can sell some cloth. And we can sell some iron goods. Very good. Oh, the leather isn't worth it. I guess we can sell the meat. We need some money quite quick right now. Oh, and we have quite a lot of it now. And we fill up our cargo with bricks. So then we go back to Lübeck and see if we're able to build our workshop now. And we are. It costs us 22,000, which we barely have, and we have enough building materials. So here we go. This will take around 40 days to build, which is quite a long time. During next episode I will probably queue up a new workshop before this one is actually done, so quite soon we will have 2 workshops, and maybe we should start thinking about getting a new way of getting pig iron. Also, we probably will need a ship soon, so I will go to the shipyard and order a ship when I have the money and the materials for that. But now it's time for me to cook. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay of the series so far, and I will be making poultry in Calvados. I hope you see forward to that.
Welcome to my kitchen. I realized that pancakes weren't a thing in medieval Germany, but pie was a thing in medieval Germany. So we'll make some chicken pie with Calvados sauce. Here are the ingredients. Pentakill. Didn't I mention we have red cabbage as a side dish? Start with washing the chicken. Normally you would do this under the sink, but for filming purposes I've used this water bowl. Then we put it into a pan and we pour olive oil on top of it and we rub it in. We do this to make the salt and pepper stick to the chicken while it's in the oven. So then we add salt and we add pepper and we rub it in as well to be sure that it sticks. Also, as you noticed, our marinade isn't that fancy, and this is because the sauce will be providing most of the taste. Then we add some onions that are already peeled to the pan, and then we put it into the oven at 220 degrees Celsius or 345 degrees Fahrenheit, or if you're a nerd, at 378 degrees Kelvin for 20 minutes.
Red cabbage.
Did someone say
red cabbage?
Now we'll cook the red cabbage. We start by adding some butter into a saucepan and then we fry some onions in the butter. We will add some sugar to caramelize the onions a little bit, and we also add some cinnamon. Then the red cabbage comes into the pan as well. We will fry it for around 5 minutes, because that's what you do with cabbage. Then you add some balsam vinegar and a little bit of salt, and you add some lingonberry jam. Now we will add some water and cook it, but I had some tea instead, and why not use that? Tea is almost water. And then we just put on the lid, put it on low heat and forget it for 2 hours. We now will make the sauce. For that we add the fluids that came from the chicken while in the oven. and put it in a saucepan. Then we add a half deciliter of Calvados. We now heat it up a bit, and then we're going to light the Calvados on fire. You should probably use a longer lighter than we used, because that was scary as shit and I burnt myself. But it's fine. Now we add the cream to the sauce, and we will add 1.5 deciliter of cream. Then we let it boil up a bit, and then the sauce is pretty much done. Now we will make the pie form, and we do this with puff paste. Use your bottle to roll it out. We now will make the pie lid. We start by cutting the dough into stripes. And we're going to make a lattice lid, so we need to braid this into some kind of crisscross pattern. And it will look something like this. And we put our pie form on top of it. And we cut like 1 centimeter around the pie form. Then we just need to get it loose from the table. Be sure to use some flour, and then we need to put the dough into the form. It can be a little bit tricky, but a good trick is to use the Calvados bottle to get it inside. And then we cut off the excess dough to make the edges look nice. Then we fill the pie with first a layer of chicken, then some onions, and more chicken. Try to fill it up. Then we add 2 spoons of sauce, and we put the lid on and pinch the dough together so that the lid will stick to the pie. Also, we cut off the excess dough on the sides of the pie later. I didn't film that, but that will make the pie look nice. And we put it into an oven for 10 minutes at 200 degrees.
Ooh, this looks fancy. This is the pie and this is the red cabbage. Let's try it. This is really good. Oh my god. Let's try this with some cabbage as well. This is really nice. Please tell me how you like this concept of Let's Cook a Game, and if you have some other games you would like me to cook, then please tell me in the comment sections. Also, if you wanted to tell me something or have any comments of either my cooking or my gameplay, then please tell me. Otherwise, thanks for watching, please like this video and subscribe. Next time we probably will make sushi.